Hi there. I wanted to talk to you today about something that's been really concerning me following the very sad murder of Jacques Hamel, a priest who was killed in his church by terrorists. The reaction has been interesting, specifically from our government, who's offered the church funding to increase security. I don't know about you, but that strikes me as kind of odd. Um, I'm sure there's been no direct threat. In fact, the government admitted there's been no direct threat to any churches in the UK. And if we are interested in sharing the love of Jesus, how do we implement security in that scenario? If all are welcome at the table to receive Christ as part of the communion, then how do we implement a cordon or vet people? Are we going to have bouncers on the door? I think it's very sad what's happened, and it really makes me understand the enormity of when you stand up as a priest and profess Jesus and do your job, that in today's society it may mean your life. And Father Jack, bless him, I think suffered the ultimate price for standing up for what he believed in. And I believe he will be richly rewarded for that in heaven. I think God loves a brave person who is willing to do that. But what it comes down to is I don't think Father Jacques would want, I specifically don't think God would want people to now worry about being attacked in their churches. I think it's very easy to gain a kind of us and them version of things. What's interesting, in recent days, it's come out that Father Jacques was working in interfaith community, had good relationships with the local mosque. It wasn't Muslims who hated him, it was a specific group of terrorists who have a particular political agenda. And I think post-Brexit, it's very easy as well to have quite a colonial mentality, and for us to want to exclude anybody who might look or think differently to us. But actually, Jesus talks about loving our enemies. And we can't love them from a distance. We have to love them from allowing ourselves to encounter them. And sometimes by encountering them with love is the best way. It reminds me of when Jesus is being arrested. After he's been praying with the disciples, Judas comes up and gives him the kiss, which signals that for him to be arrested. And Peter goes in and slices off one of the Roman soldier's ear, and Jesus sort of turns to him and says, "No, you don't understand this," and heals the Roman soldier. We're not called to fight against violence. In fact, we've been doing a lot of research about just war. We're not called to fight as Christians. We're called to love and to pray and to build community. And if we get ourselves in a position where we are being aggressive and we want to fight against things, then I think that would be a very sad place, and I think we remove the core of our faith. Most of all, I think we should pray for those people also who are perpetrating these attacks. We are called to love our enemies, and we should pray for them as well, so that they can respond to the love of Jesus in a positive way, rather than feeling they need to kill and injure and threaten to get their own agenda across. I've just put a new piece of work about focus within the church up on the website nickthevic.com, or you can find me at Nick the Vic on Twitter, or find me on Facebook under Nick Stevenson. Thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.